I always trusted Emily. Her laughter, bright eyes, soft hands, everything seemed perfect. We shared 10 years, building memories, vacations, late-night coffees, endless intimacy. My devotion never wavered, until one ordinary Thursday evening when her phone lit up. She left it on the counter while showering. Normally, I never pried, but a preview flashed across the glowing screen. "Hope your clueless husband doesn't get suspicious," it read, signed with a winking emoji. My chest tightened instantly, breath stalled, and confusion swallowed me. Fingers trembled as I picked up the device, hesitating, heart racing. The name saved under Office Daddy brought my entire world crashing. My wife, apparently adored by another man, maybe her boss. I wanted to scream, yet I froze, unable to process betrayal. Everything I thought I knew about love suddenly felt staged, rehearsed. Shower water still roared upstairs, masking my silent collapse. I put her phone back, pretending nothing happened. My mind, however, ignited with burning suspicions, paranoia dripping through every vein. Who was this man? What secret moments existed between them? The home I considered sacred suddenly felt corrupted. From that single message, my marriage cracked open, spilling shadows where I once believed only light lived. I forced myself to act normal. Dinner arrived, roasted chicken with wine sauce. She smiled, kissed my cheek, asked about my day. Her warmth felt almost poisonous now. Every sentence carried double meaning. Did her eyes sparkle because of me, or was she replaying hidden memories? I stared at her hands slicing vegetables, wondering if those fingers had recently traced another body. Guilt, shame, anger, desire, all tangled within me. I wanted to demand truth, yet fear silenced me. What if she denied it? What if I shattered something irreparable? Instead, I asked harmless questions about work. She mentioned meetings, deadlines, staff parties. Each casual phrase stabbed me. "Long hours," she said with an innocent shrug. Those long hours possibly spent wrapped around someone else's arms. My appetite disappeared, but I forced bites, chewing bitterness alongside meat. After dinner, she curled beside me on the couch, head resting against my shoulder, smelling of jasmine shampoo. My body stiffened, unwilling to melt into her like before. She laughed at some sitcom, unaware my stomach churned. I held her, yet internally I pictured messages, embraces, kisses she hid. That single text infected everything. Every gesture, every laugh, every touch became suspect. Nights grew torturous. While she drifted peacefully, I lay awake, replaying every detail of our past. My imagination tortured me with visions. Her legs entwined with someone stronger, whispers exchanged under fluorescent lights, stolen kisses behind office doors. At work, I struggled to concentrate. My colleagues noticed but assumed exhaustion. Only I carried this secret war. I reread her message thread whenever possible, hoping for context. Conversations mostly professional, but sprinkled with flirty undertones, playful compliments, inside joke. Then came another dagger. "Miss you already. Last night was unforgettable." My palms sweated, eyes blurred. The words confirmed my darkest suspicions. She wasn't just entertaining attention, she surrendered to it fully. Desire, betrayal, lust, everything fused. I hated her, craved her, pitted myself. I considered confronting the man. His name, Richard, appeared in one message, probably her supervisor. Mature, powerful, charismatic. Exactly the type she once confessed attracted her during college. My throat tightened reading those exchanges. Did she see me now as weak, predictable, boring? My wife's passion once reserved for me, now lavished elsewhere. Rage sparked, yet something strange followed, curiosity. What did he give her that I couldn't? That thought haunted me, perhaps more than infidelity itself. I decided to investigate. That Friday, I followed her discreetly. She believed I was working late, but I took an early leave, trailing her car downtown. She parked near a stylish rooftop lounge, stepping out in a black dress I'd never seen. Low neckline, slit hugging her thigh. She looked breathtaking, dangerously alluring. My pulse thundered as I watched Richard approach, silver hair, sharp suit, exuding dominance. He kissed her cheek, hand brushing her waist like he owned her. They walked inside together, bodies brushing, laughter spilling into night air. I sat frozen, gripping the wheel, heart torn between fury and fascination. Something magnetic held me. Instead of storming inside, I watched through tall glass windows. Candlelight reflected their closeness. He leaned near, whispered into her ear, making her giggle like a college girl. Wine glasses clinked, fingers touched across the table. Heat flooded me, not only anger but dark arousal. My wife glowing, alive, seduced. A forbidden spectacle unraveling before me. I hated the humiliation, yet couldn't look away. Their chemistry radiated, undeniable. That night, I realized betrayal was not just destruction. It was temptation, chaos, something both sickening and intoxicating. I drove home shaken, lustful, desperate, utterly broken. Back home, Emily returned hours later, cheeks flushed, lipstick slightly smudged. She tiptoed in, assuming I slept. I pretended to, though my body burned. The bed dipped under her weight, perfume mixing with secret. She undressed quietly, sliding beneath covers, back against me. My arm instinctively wrapped around her waist, though part of me despised the gesture. I inhaled her, sensing traces of another's cologne clinging to fabric. Jealousy scorched me, but strangely, arousal grew stronger. The idea of her body recently touched by someone else disturbed yet ignited me. I wanted her desperately, yet couldn't reconcile rage with craving. Eventually, she stirred, rolling toward me, lips brushing mine softly. "Missed you," she whispered. The words cut deep, because I knew they weren't entirely true. Still, I kissed back fiercely, almost violently, needing to reclaim her. Our bodies fused urgently, a mix of love, hatred, lust. Each thrust felt like punishment and worship simultaneously. I devoured her, desperate to erase Richard's touch. She moaned, shivering, eyes closing in surrender. For moments, I convinced myself she was entirely mine again. But even as sweat cooled, guilt clawed. I couldn't escape knowing her heart strayed elsewhere, even while her body trembled beneath me. Morning light revealed her radiant, tangled in sheets, smiling. She kissed me playfully, showered, then dressed elegantly. Another secret rendezvous, perhaps? I sat on the edge, drained, torn between confrontation and silence. My phone buzzed, an unknown number. Against judgment, I opened it. A message: "She'll never leave me. Stop pretending you don't know. Let's not make this ugly." My chest hollowed. Richard knew about me, anticipated conflict, mocked my position. I stared at Emily, buttoning her blouse, humming innocently. For a moment, I imagined ending everything, packing bags, disappearing. Yet, another darker thought tempted me. Embracing this triangle, feeding off danger, indulging in corrupted intimacy. Strangely, betrayal awakened hunger I never knew existed. I now felt addicted, not to her fidelity, but to this storm of lies, lust, and rivalry. She glanced back, smiled sweetly, and left for work. Silence suffocated me after the door shut. I held the phone, debating response. Should I threaten him? Should I confess my knowledge? Or should I continue watching, allowing twisted passion to fuel me? My marriage no longer represented devotion, it became theater, deceit, erotic warfare. And I, the clueless husband, found myself unwilling to end the show.